We've talked about this man before who killed his wife during basically sleepwalking, out of like a habitual reaction that he saw this man, he thought he saw this man, who later turned out to be his own wife, and he just strangled her because this is how you react, right? So this is like a habit that's in you, that you react to fear by attacking or by fleeing, and so he attacked basically unconsciously and killed her. And well, he was of course charged with murder, but he was not sentenced to prison because he acted unconsciously, and it was not his fault that this happened. And we will talk about a woman today who had an addiction, not a strange addiction, a normal addiction. Well, one could argue that an addiction is a habit, and you, like an addiction or however you call it, it's a strong habit, and you can't really do anything against it. And one could argue that it's not her fault that she lost what she lost, because she acted out of habit. And yeah, one did argue that actually at court, and that's what we will talk about today. One day she went to a casino because she was a stay-at-home woman, and the husband was working, and the kids weren't home anymore, and she was very bored, and why not, right? She went to the casino and played a bit and even won some money, and then some weeks later she went back and even won some money again, and again a couple of weeks later, and then she started to go back every week, and eventually every day, and eventually every day, many times, like, or at least not once anymore, but like twice, or when she had time. And yeah, she actually won money. Like this went on for a couple of years or a year, and she won money. She won good money, in the tens of thousands of dollars, and actually many of those tens of thousands. And the casinos started to call her back. Like the casinos were calling her on phone, like, come back, yeah, we'll give you like free food and free drinks. And later they started to offer her like free hotel stays, like free room, very very nice, like suits and everything like that. And then they even offered her free money, like come back to us, we will give you $10,000 to play with, like you don't have to risk anything, just come back and play. And so the casinos were marketing to her very hard, very very hard, like giving her free money, yeah, very hard. Why? Well, the casinos are very confident in their business model, which is the more times they can get you to come and play, the better their chances are for getting some money from you. Like, this woman won good money actually on blackjacking, but the casinos knew what they are doing. Like, they have more chance of winning money than losing money, right? And you have, as a customer of the casino, less chance. And so the more times you play, the better the chance for you to lose. Like, you know, you can, if there's a chance for you to win 10 times out of 100, you can still win 10 times in a row. But if you play 1,000 times, eventually those chances will kind of equal out and balance out, and in the end you will have like 100 wins and 1,000 losses, and so the casinos want you to go back very bad because that's how it is, that's their business model, and they are very confident in it. And there was a point then where the woman realized that, yeah, this might not be the best thing. Like she wasn't losing money, but but she really wanted to go back, and this started to turn into an addiction, and so she kind of stopped, and she didn't go near the casino and stuff. But yeah, the casinos just called her and even gave her like free stays, not in the casino, but like, yeah, go with your family this here for a week and stuff. And then they called her back later and said like, yeah, but at least come to the casino once, because I gave you all this free stuff, like my boss will fire me. And so they tried to pressure her. And yeah, as you can imagine, for a casino addict, it's hard in itself not to go back to the casino. If someone is pressuring you really hard, then yeah, it might be even impossible not to go back, because you know, it's like an alcoholic. If an alcoholic is trying to stop, but you are going after him every day and giving her free drinks, like, yeah, drink this, it's very nice, drink this. Maybe the alcoholic couldn't stop. Maybe you would be responsible for that. I don't know. Maybe. And yeah, the woman went back eventually and played. And then later she told her husband that she lost money, and lost a lot of money. And well, the husband was jokingly saying like, yeah, this is bad, but like at least we have the house, and that's gonna be okay. And then she told him that, well, no, they didn't have the house because she lost it. And so yeah, they went to court eventually and argued that, well, because it was a very strong habit, because an addiction is basically a very strong habit, right? It's like a really very much reinforced habit. And they argued that because of this, because it was an addiction, a very strong habit, she was not responsible for what she was doing, and therefore she shouldn't pay. Like, you know, like the man who killed his wife. He didn't have to go to prison because it was a habitual reaction and unconscious, basically. And you could argue that an addiction is also an unconscious, although in a bit other way than a really unconscious. But you could argue that it's an unconscious reaction at that point, and that she was basically preyed on by the casinos, which is also true. Like they called her many times and marketed to her very hard. But I mean, that's what casinos do, right? Like, they wanna earn money, just as you do. And so yeah, they argued that because of her unconscious reaction at that point, unconscious reaction to the calls and all that, she was not responsible. And yeah, well, in the end, she had to pay. The judge said that, yeah, well, it might not be your responsibility that you went back again and again at the end, but it was your responsibility to, like, it was your decision to go there once, twice, the third time, the 10th time. It wasn't unconscious, it wasn't an addiction, you decided to do that, and so you are responsible for what became of it, right? And I guess then there might be something to learn from this, right? Like how you have to pay attention to these little things that you do every day, that you maybe don't want to do every day, and then don't do them because they will become habits. Because the bad habits have a strong way of becoming even stronger, because bad habits reinforce themselves, not like good habits that you have to kind of reinforce for them to become strong. And that's how life is. So yeah, that might be the very nice conclusion here, to pay attention to these things. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, and if you liked it, then like it, and comment on the video if you liked it, and dislike it, and share it with your friends on Facebook and TikTok, and send them in private message the link for the video, and write the comment, yeah, and play it again on half speed, share it, save it as favorites, replay it, and put it on repeat. You little